Alright, hello and welcome to another dev session. We are still working on upgrades and shipbuilding systems, but we are getting close finally. Sort of. There's still a lot of stuff to figure out, and I should probably make a schematic of this whole system because holy shit, it is complex. Mm. So let's get back into the code real quick. So something that I want to start by doing probably is going to be renaming a bit what we did yesterday by splitting some of the stats per damage type. Because I call this damage type, damage stats. And truly what it is stats that depend on the damage type. So it should be something more like damage typed stats. So let's get back into here. And I guess I'm gonna rename this to damage typed. Alright. We're gonna rename this as well. Shit. And this one too, since we're here. And the fucking YouTube chat is again not working. Do I have to change the link every fucking time? Where? I don't get. Does the link change every time I start a new stream? YouTube is really not stream friendly compared to Twitch. Alright, so let's get on with renaming this stuff. I also want to rename it on this side. So here is gonna be damage typed modifiers. So here we've got some here. Typed. And lastly, we have some on the slot itself. So slot here, which we already changed, so that means I have not changed it over here. Hopefully I will not regret this renaming, but I think it makes more sense, and we want to change it over here as well. This one. Base damage type stats. Hopefully that's not gonna blow up his sets again. I think it might, but let's see. If it does, it's not that bad because we've done the default ones. And probably something that I still need to do is to return some defaults if something is not defined. And if I go to game constants, so we have our main damage types with the elemental ones, and so here I want to rename this as well to damage type stats. And so basically what this means is for any damage type, we have all of these that are defined. All right, so I guess I'm gonna have a public static float get default damage typed stats, and we'll take in the damage type, but of course we need the stat name as well. And so I guess we're gonna do a switch on damage type, and if we are damage type that wait. Actually, I don't want to return it like this. No, what I want is some default values if nothing is defined, I guess. And so we'll have a case with stat name that damage. It's gonna return 0, I guess. I'll have a stat name that crit chance, which is also going to return 0. And I'll have a stat name that crit damage modifier, which is going to return 1. Yeah, I think that makes sense, and we want a default that will be probably return 0. Or we should throw. Or we should throw, like, this is not a damage type. It's not a damage typed stat. So we'll say stat name is not a damage typed stat. So get default typed stat. Okay, and so that means in not in the ship manager, in these containers here, I'm gonna want to return default values if we don't have anything. So for the modifiers, it's already good because we just return without doing anything, which is correct. And for the stats themselves is where I don't want to throw if it doesn't exist, I guess. I just want to return the default value. Should I return it directly? No, because we still want to potentially apply the modifiers. So that would mean maybe we initialize here. I guess what I'm gonna do instead of this is yep. The problem is it's going to go check this. I guess this is just a, yeah, it should just be a or. Alright, so let's put this into a boolean, name it so we know what this is. Alright, so if we don't have a value for it, we return the default. Simple, right? Now the thing is, do I want to do the same thing for the other stats? The normal ones. Thing is, I'm going to need a ton of stats for weapons. Like, if we take a look at this is everything that I need for a projectile weapon. And a lot of this is going to be weapon dependent, meaning meaning a railgun is going to be piercing, while a machine gun is not going to be, at least by default. It could become piercing if you I don't know, either if you install the right modules or if you get the right upgrades. Not sure that's gonna work. And at the same time, yeah, some of this doesn't really make sense to leave on the ship, does it? Like, number of projectiles per fire line, or the number of fire lines itself. I guess some of them would live on the ship as modifiers. So it would definitely make sense that we have some defaults, I guess, or not. Right. Or need to think this system through and make a fucking schematic for it. So let's try mirror. Oof. This is what I was using. Um, uh, Please. I can do mind maps as well. Interesting. Oh, it's a pretty fine template, this thing. We were using this at my job before. We had this exact template. Technical diagrams. This is probably what I want, kinda. Brainstorming, roadmap. Um, oh. Oh, I didn't know there was this template to follow tasks. I see. Do I want to start from zero? Probably not. Start by modifying the text, modify the text on diagram, yeah, okay. What is the start? Start is, I guess, a ship module asset. Click on an element to change the font. Mm-hmm. More shapes. Okay. Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of stuff actually. It's locked. So, what else they have? fuck is this? Mm-hmm. 6 hats of thinking. Paint, wireframe, customer touchpoint. Workflow. I wonder if I should use UML rather. So that would be maybe more suited to what I'm trying to do right now. Ah, fuck me. Of course. None of them are locked except this one. Maybe I should. Yeah, I should look more into this category. All the UML stuff is locked. Maybe I should use draw.io because they are kind of made for UML. Fusion tree. I don't know that I need a flowchart. I need the UML more. Probably. Ah, that's this free one. Right. Yeah, maybe we kind of want to do both. So, right, so I'm gonna have an online store, but I'm gonna have to have a ship module assets. Maybe I should start from the weapon. Let's say so let's say we have a machine gun. Machine gun is going to have a fire rate. Is gonna have a damage. Oh, I guess yeah. So we have a main damage type, and I guess we have elemental damage types as well. And what a damage type defines is, oh, how much damage it deals. What type it is. Where's the crit chance? And where's the crit damage modifier? Oh, and also what is the behavior? Like on it or dot. And we have a ship. Well, yeah. We have a module slot, and the module slot is oh shit, did I not ban this guy? I'm gonna put the chat back into follower mode now. Maybe I need some kind of auto moderation. How is he avoiding the ban though? Yeah. So a module slot. The module slot will have a plugged module. Is gonna have like an index, something like that. Also, it will have some modifiers. Because so I want to have different types of slots on different ships. So I don't know, maybe a ship has a ton of modules which give you improved fire rates. Mm. So that could work like this, or they could be different sizes also. And each size would give you different benefits. Like larger slots maybe would give you more power, but they would be less fast. And conversely, if you get down to smaller sizes, you would have faster fire rate and less power. Mm, that would be that, and maybe I shouldn't do it specific for the machine gun. So we have projectile weapons, and they have a main damage type, they have elemental damage types, they have a fire rate, they have a lines of fire, which is basically the number of projectiles. Mm. And they have a number of projectiles per airline. So this means that on every round of firing, we are going to fire that many projectiles here. They have a reloading speed. No, it's okay. And of course, they have a projectile prefab. Remove this thing. Okay, nice. So you have a projectile prefab. This has a projectile reloading speed. Hmm. And I guess you could say that the main damage type is also on the projectile. I'll move this down here. And we also have a spread angle, which defines what is going to be if you have multiple fire lines. Then you will have them spread out from the center with a specific angle. And so this spread angle is the whole spread, I believe. Or is it on each side? I don't remember. No, it's the total. Mm, Alright, so then we have the prefab, then right, we need a projectile scale. We also have a projectile speed and projectile turn speed. And we also have a projectile acceleration. Do I get the connection thing? I had it on this one just before. Let's double click it. Okay. So what should we use? There's one projectile weapon and many damage types, basically. So I believe this is many. Look like this. 1 too many. That should be more or less it. So I believe this is more or less everything that we need for the projectile. For the projectile weapon. Oh, actually, we do have explosion stuff as well. Was just detonated on collision and that kind of stuff. Okay. Mm. Mm. Shit. Sick. Okay. Mm. And we have the pulsing. We also have a damage modifier for this. The reflex. And whether the projectile is homing. Alright, so we have quite a lot of stuff, and I guess a lot of this stuff should maybe live in separate projectile. Mm, but yeah, it's just easier to have this on the weapon itself. But I guess, like, technically we could get this stuff out. Mm, I guess maybe we want this to be an array as well. At the end of the day, we don't really make the difference between the two, so this is just damage types. I kind of, yeah. I felt like it would really make a lot more sense, and let me get rid of this. We don't really need this stuff for now. Mm. Reloading time. Yeah, this is supposed to be reloading time. Let's get rid of it. Because, yeah, I guess if we just say we have a projectile here instead. So we can get rid of all of this and just move it here, which I think makes a lot more sense. But it will make the code more complicated, probably. And I guess then this would be over here. Here we would have a 1-1. Just for now, I don't think we would have different types of projectiles per weapon. Because it's so large. Ah. Um, and okay, so now the thing is, a machine gun, for example, is just a projectile weapon with some specific stats and projectile. So that means we could be mm, we could have a projectile weapon asset. And it could be defined just by a projectile and uh, could be defined by a projectile weapon actually, and then a module description, I guess. I guess the projectile would hold on to its own prefab. Mm-mm. And in here, we would need a way to add a damage type and set stat set projectile stat, I guess. Because the thing is, the thing is, I need to pee, so I will be right back. All right. Get back into it. So, I don't think I want this. The thing is, we're gonna have ship modules. And probably... yeah. Yeah, the thing is, it's really nice to do UML and shit, but then we're gonna have to do this in ECS. Nevertheless, I think it is helpful to have a full map of the whole thing, because it's really hard to just like think of all this just in my head. There's too much stuff interacting together. So ship module. I think we are gonna want a base class for ship modules, and they will always have a reference to the slot that they are in. Yep. Now, so this thing here is going to, no, not like this. Like this, and what's the symbol for inheritance? I think it's the... You know what? I don't want anything actually. Ash. Wait, what? Oh. To do it like this. Okay. Alright, so ship module as a plugged-in slot. Yes. It's going to be part of the ship's layout. Wait, no. The slot is going to be part of... So let's call this ship layout slot. And so this will have a plugged-in module. And it's also going to have a list of connected slots. This is for adjacency mechanics. And yeah. So so we're gonna have a relationship between this and this, which is going to be 1, 1. Like so. Because you can only have one module in a layout slot. And at the same time, we have a relationship that is onto itself, and I'm not sure how I can do this. Can't really do it, can I? Yeah, I guess this is not necessary. And then we have our ship layout. And our ship layout has a list of slots. This ship layout slots, and it would be nice that I add the fact that these are lists in here. Alright, and then between this and this, we have a relationship of this has many, but there's only one ship layout. Okay, and the thing is, these have modifiers, stat modifiers. So this means a slot can modify the value of what ends up in here. And this is because, so I'm still going to model the connection here, and I'm just gonna do it like this, and yep. And this thing here and even though with the schematics is complicated. So the thing is, I think we're gonna duplicate this into two types. Yeah, and the relationship between this and this is not the same as these relationships. This just says that this is one of it is a ship module, basically. Mm. But I would say more importantly is a ship module weapon. And so the relationship is going to be more going to be more like this. Nothing. I wonder, maybe I should do it like this instead. Uh, and we're gonna have another type of ship module. I'm gonna put it more on this side probably. Which is going to be utility. And so the way I'm thinking about this is that it's gonna know what to do with the slot. Sorry. Basically, the idea would be that this is abstract and for example, a utility module could be it's called acid pump, and I feel like that's more speaking. And so this one would actually define this. And it would define it such as uh, and this would be the inverse. Shit. But then you would have also other types like this. Um, like a shield, simply. And this, I guess, will not do anything. on the slot itself. Mm, unless it's gonna be space-based, but well, not space-based, but like kind of physical, like you actually have an area that the shield is going to protect. I don't think we're gonna do that. I think what we're going to do is that we're gonna do slots that lay out that chip um, that um, add modifiers, I guess, that add shield flat 100 or something like that. And which means that the slots need to have a connection to the layout. Mm, and here we're gonna have a shape which has a ship layout. It's also going to have stats and modifiers. Mm. It's not really an array, it's like this is a dictionary of stat name and stat modifier. And so here is gonna be the same thing. . I think we've got enough to copy from now. We want to make this larger. Alright, so yeah, so we still need to define what is the stat modifier, and it's somewhat of a simple class that just has a value, which is a float, and it's got an is flat, which is a bool. You know what? I can probably just like get rid of this. And yeah, there's still a lot to do about modules. Yeah, this doesn't really work, does it? This thing needs to know now that it has a damage type like this. Hmm. So I guess maybe the projectile would be pulling from the modifiers. I guess the link between this stuff and the rest is this thing here. Well, I mean, it would be possible also to have an uninstalled, right? Like, ta, ta, ta. And so because uh, this thing here is going to write the new damage type in, when this one gets installed, yeah, this should work with any weapon, basically. Mm, mm, mm. So, yes. I guess we move here, we would move this over here. So be abstract. I need to do the this is also abstract stuff. Mm. Yeah, also this works in OOP, but in ECS this it's just not going to work, is it? But maybe you can make it work with composition though. The problem is the ship module weapon would have to have a projectile weapon field in that case. Uh, or I would have to have a component, okay, a weapon struct that literally defines everything that a weapon can ever do. The thing is, there's still also the question of assets. Because modules can have to be baked into entities. And also I need some kind of name, description, icons, and all that kind of good stuff. And that will probably leave as scriptable objects, although it doesn't have to. Well, one thing that's for sure is that I need to define at least two types of weapons from this stuff. So I guess this would be utility shield. I mean, yeah. Yeah. So and this one would have a specific type of projectile, for example. Mm, it's not. This is not right, and yeah. I think this gets a bit confusing because, like, all of this stuff can be object-oriented stuff. That's okay. But the minute we get here, we have to work with structs and we can't really have objects anymore. So I guess uh, I guess these would kind of have to make the link. Hey, the court. How's it going? Projectile damage type. Okay, so something that would be helpful, I guess, is to shape. And maybe this is going to be. This is. Oh. I would like to put it behind. How the fuck do I do that? Mettre à l'arrière-plan. Yes. Yes. Okay, maybe not orange. It's danger zone, but cool. Ah oui, t'étais chez l'artisan? Yes, je crois que je t'ai vu. Alors là, du coup, ce qu'on est en train de faire, c'est essayer essayer d'avoir une vision de comment tout le système de shipbuilding et d'upgrade va fonctionner. Et alors, comment dire? Euh, en gros, en gros, chaque vaisseau va avoir un layout avec des slots. Je peux te montrer. Si tu veux bien. Ok. Donc, en gros, là, est-ce que je le vois là? Il faut que j'aille dans. Non. Voilà, donc en gros, on a un vaisseau hein, et donc on a ce ship layout ici. Et en gros, les points roses que tu vois là, avec des connexions entre eux, ça va être en gros des points d'ancrage pour installer des modules. Et en gros, il va y avoir deux types de modules. Donc là, euh, t'as, dans ce slot-là, tu as une machine gun. Donc il va y avoir les modules de type arme et les modules plus utilitaires. Donc je pense que ça va être soit ça pourrait être par exemple un bouclier, ça peut être par exemple un booster qui va augmenter ta vitesse de déplacement. Mais je veux aussi avoir des mécaniques qui utilisent en gros les connexions entre les slots. Et notamment, par exemple, si, imaginons je connecte quelque chose ici, donc dans ce slot-là qui est connecté à ces deux armes. Et imaginons que ce soit un module qui te donne un type de damage, un type de dégâts feu. Et bah du coup, maintenant, tes machine guns vont taper en kinétique, mais aussi en feu, quoi. Tu vas appliquer une brûlure en plus, quoi. Et donc voilà, en gros, c'est le système que j'essaye de mettre en place, sachant que en gros, tous les modules, là, il va falloir que, ils soient affectés euh, par les statistiques du vaisseau et que tu vas aussi avoir des upgrades bah, qui vont soit modifier les stats du vaisseau directement, je pense que ça va être comme ça. En gros, je pense que je vais faire en sorte que les armes se basent sur les stats du vaisseau et quand tu prends des upgrades, ça va être des trucs plus globaux a priori. En vrai, ça, je sais même pas encore. Parce que il se peut qu'il y ait une progression aussi sur les armes. La plupart des survivors font ça. Après, je sais pas si je veux faire ça ou pas. Hmm. Pour l'instant, c'est pas trop dans les plans. Mais ce que j'avais imaginé par contre de faire à la place, c'est que en fait les modules vont peut-être pouvoir être combinés. C'est-à-dire que du coup, tu auras des modules tiers 1 de base. Et parce que en fait, ce que je veux aussi, c'est avoir sur la map des petites missions où bah, ça te force un peu à aller à des endroits et à faire un truc spécifique. Genre, je sais pas, peut-être tu dois avoir une mission de chasseur de primes ou j'en sais rien, tu vois. Ou peut-être tu dois te rendre à une station spatiale pour la protéger. Et en gros, euh, quand tu complètes l'event, et bah, tu auras une récompense. Soit ça te filera de la thune pour aller à un shop et acheter des modules ou des upgrades spéciaux. Mais en gros, ces events te fileront des modules qui sont... Bah, soit en gros, ça t'en filera plus et tu pourras les combiner ensemble pour avoir des modules de tiers 2, par exemple, t'en combines 3 ensemble ou un truc comme ça. Soit ça va directement te filer des modules qui sont de meilleure qualité. Je sais pas, peut-être j'avais pensé. Imaginons que tu doives défendre un labo de recherche. Peut-être que tu vas directement choper un module assez rare, tu vois, un truc un peu spécial que tu aurais dû difficilement eu en montant de niveau. Parce que du coup, en gros, quand tu montes de niveau, tu auras aussi un choix assez restreint de modules. Et à côté, tu auras un choix d'upgrades, mais qui seront un peu plus classiques en mode. Ce sera surtout, je pense, bah, tu vas prendre plus 10% dégâts ou plus 10% fire rate, ce genre de truc, tu vois. Un classique. Mais bon, à voir aussi là-dessus, j'aimerais bien que ce soit peut-être un peu plus intéressant, mais bon, avoir la complexité aussi que ça amènerait de faire un truc plus complexe. Euh, voilà. C'est... Ouais, ouais, ça... Bah si j'arrive à sortir ça de ma tête et à le transformer en code, ouais, ça devrait être assez complet, ouais. Ouais, je suis seul sur le projet pour l'instant. Euh, Après, bah, ce que j'aimerais bien surtout, c'est bosser avec un artiste ou quelqu'un qui sait faire du game design, ça pourrait être intéressant aussi. Mais bon, après le truc, c'est que bah, j'ai pas trop de... Bah, actuellement, j'ai pas de revenus, donc c'est compliqué de payer des gens pour bosser dessus, tu vois. Il faudrait vraiment que ce soit des gens qui soient motivés par le projet et qui veulent s'associer au final, quoi. Ouais, donc j'ai dit ici, c'est le Danger Zone. Ici, c'est ici S1. Ok. Et du coup, si je fais pareil ici. Après, je sais pas si c'est nécessaire que je fasse ça, ouais. Ok. Ok, je mets ça. Ah, bon. Comme ça, c'est mieux. Hmm. Ouais, Dots, en fait, perso, j'ai maté un peu des tutos et j'ai commencé bah, à faire en fait un proto. Et, et juste faire le proto, tu vois, c'était assez facile. Il n'y avait pas trop de trucs compliqués. Et du coup, je me suis dit, bon, vas-y, en vrai, ça a l'air quand même assez simple, tu vois. Enfin, ça a l'air d'apporter vraiment énormément de trucs, puis ça a l'air d'être gérable, tu vois. Et maintenant que je dois faire des trucs plus complexes, bah, en fait, c'est que au moment où tu commences à creuser un peu et que tu dois faire des trucs un peu plus compliqués, que tu te rends compte que bah, il y a des sacrées limitations, et notamment par rapport au fait que tu peux pas utiliser, euh, enfin, c'est difficile d'utiliser des classes. Généralement, tu veux éviter de faire ça parce que tu vas perdre la plupart des bénéfices de performance. Ou alors, des fois, ça marche juste pas, en fait, tu peux juste pas le faire. Mais globalement, ouais, les types qui sont dits managed. Donc, en gros, généralement, c'est des types dont tu peux pas prédire la taille, euh, bah, comme des classes, en gros, quoi. Parce qu'une classe, ça peut contenir n'importe quoi, et notamment des listes dynamiques qui peuvent être réallouées. Et donc, en gros, tout ce qui peut changer de taille, c'est gros problème, tu vois. Hmm. Et ouais, bah après, mais du coup, ouais, t'es obligé de contourner pas mal les trucs, et du coup, en fait, t'es obligé de fonctionner que avec des structures. Et ouais, c'est un peu complexe, quoi. Tu peux pas. Enfin, c'est vraiment très différent de tout ce qui est orienté objet, quoi. Ouais, niveau perf, c'est une dinguerie, par contre, hein, vraiment. Bah, j'ai vu des mecs. En fait, moi, ce projet, je l'ai recommencé parce que, à la base, je venais d'Unreal Engine. Et sur Unreal Engine, avec 1000 unités qui faisaient pas des trucs très compliqués, j'arrivais pas à être à 60 FPS, tu vois. Et alors, je dis pas que c'est impossible, tu vois, mais je pense que j'en aurais chié pour y arriver, tu vois. Et en soi, ça se trouve, j'ai même pas besoin de 1000 ennemis, tu vois. Mais le truc, c'est que le projet était encore très simple, tu vois. Et je me disais, tu vois, bah, je vais rajouter énormément de complexité par-dessus. Donc si je galère déjà là, avec ce faible nombre, que j'ai déjà pas 60 FPS, je me dis, vas-y, c'est mort, tu vois, genre, je peux pas continuer comme ça, tu vois, ça va être trop une galère, et je vais passer 10 000 ans à savoir comment optimiser ça, tu vois. Et du coup, bah, j'ai regardé ce qui se faisait du côté d'Unity, et notamment Dots, quoi. Et, euh, et bon, j'ai vu des mecs sur YouTube qui te montrent. Bon, c'est pareil, c'est des projets très simples aussi, tu vois, mais ils montent genre à 40 000 entités, tu vois. C'est une dinguerie, quoi. Ouais, rien de pire que d'arriver au milieu du projet et galérer sur un problème de perf. Bah, heureusement, je n'étais pas au milieu du projet, mais c'est vrai que j'aurais dû me préoccuper de ça avant, je pense. Parce que c'est vrai qu'en fait, j'avais déjà remarqué que ça laguait un peu, tu vois, mais je me disais, bon, ça va, tu vois, je vais trouver comment optimiser le truc. Je me disais, il n'y a pas moyen que je puisse pas faire marcher le truc, mais le truc, c'est qu'au final, j'ai passé beaucoup de temps. Je crois que j'ai passé une semaine entière dans le profiler, et peu importe que j'essaie en fait d'enlever. En fait, du coup, j'essayais de bouger soit avec le moteur physique, soit purement avec les transforms, mais de pas du tout utiliser la physique, tu vois. Mais dans les deux cas, ce que je voyais au niveau du profiler, c'est que bah ça venait pas de mon code, ça venait de ce que Unreal Engine fait derrière. Enfin, en fait, ça venait surtout du fait que bah il y avait beaucoup d'entités. Genre 1000, c'est quand même beaucoup, tu vois. Mais mais de ce que je me rappelle, genre c'était même pas à 1000 que à 1000 j'étais à 20 FPS, tu vois. Et je crois que je ne pouvais pas monter au-dessus de 200 en étant au-dessus de enfin en étant à 60 FPS, quoi. Et de ce que je voyais dans le profiler, c'était vraiment en mode, bah, c'est juste le fait qu'il y ait beaucoup d'entités et que le code soit rappelé énormément de fois, tu vois, sur l'update. Et il n'y avait pas spécialement de trucs sur lesquels j'avais la main, tu vois. Alors après, il y a aussi le fait que je me sentais pas trop de faire du C++, donc pour l'instant, j'étais resté en blueprint, tu vois. Et ça, je sais que ça a un impact négatif aussi, mais honnêtement, je pense pas que ça ait un impact si négatif. Enfin, je pense pas que passer mes classes en C++ aurait changé grand-chose, tu vois. J'en doute fortement. Après, il faudrait que je fasse le test en vrai. C'est vrai que ça, c'est toujours une question en suspens que j'aimerais bien élucider quand même. Mais bon, le truc, c'est que ça prend v'là le temps. Et comme tu vois, j'ai pas mal de trucs à régler encore, hein. Et toi, toi, tu développes sur Unity aussi, du coup? Mais tu vois, le truc, c'est que j'avais déjà commencé ce jeu aussi sur Unity. Et au final, au bout d'un moment, j'ai juste rouvert mon projet sur Unity. Et il était déjà plus avancé que ce que j'avais sur Unreal. Et j'ai juste mis 2000 ennemis, tu vois. Et puis bah ça tournait nickel, tu vois, alors que j'utilise le moteur physique et tout, et que j'avais, genre, je sais pas, j'avais plein d'armes, j'avais beaucoup plus de complexité que ce que j'avais sur Unreal. Et sur Unity, ça tournait à 1000, 2000, pas de souci, quoi. J'étais même monté à 4000, et bon, à 4000, ça commence à monter parce que, en fait, si tu veux, j'avais une arme qui créait des arcs électriques entre les ennemis. Et, et puis, bon, c'était pas hyper optimisé comme code, hein, donc ça prenait tous les ennemis, ça prenait des ennemis random et ça créait un arc dessus, tu vois. Donc bon, t'imagines bien que le moment où cette arme commençait à tirer avec 4000 ennemis, il y avait il y avait des petits frises, quoi. 3 FPS, please wait, ouais. Mais en vrai, ça tournait encore, hein. Ça tournait encore, c'était juste au moment où cette arme-là, elle partait, bon, il y avait un bon freeze, quoi. Mais autrement, ça tournait toujours, tu vois. Et enfin, c'est quand même une dinguerie. Sur Unreal, je pouvais pas passer au-dessus de 200 ennemis et j'avais rien à part une machine gun, tu vois. Et c'est pareil, Unreal, tu vois, ils ont un système comme Dots aussi. Et j'avais suivi un tuto où le mec t'explique ouais, comment setup le truc, juste avec, bah en fait, t'as 10 000 cônes et juste à chaque frame, enfin, en fait, en gros, il se dirige vers une destination et chaque frame, bah, il bouge vers la destination. Et si ils ont atteint leur destination, tu leur files une nouvelle destination, quoi. Et même ça, à 10 000, ils arrivent pas à atteindre 60 FPS, hein, c'est une dinguerie, hein. Alors que tu fais ça dans Unity, je pense que tu peux monter à 40 000, voire plus, tu vois. Et surtout, t'es à genre 400 FPS, tu vois, t'es pas en dessous de 60, quoi. Donc bon. Ouais, en vrai, je pense que c'est un bon choix, Dots. C'est juste que, en fait, tu vois, je me dis, vu que mon projet, il tournait quand même à 1000, enfin, il tournait même plus que ça, je me dis, est-ce que vraiment c'était nécessaire de restart du début et de me prendre la tête aussi parce que déjà, j'avais un système qui était complexe dans l'autre projet, mais c'était full OOP, tu vois. Alors que maintenant, il faut que je me démerde aussi à faire fonctionner tout ce merdier avec bah, un système qui est full struct et où tu peux pas t'appuyer sur l'inheritance en fait pour faire certains trucs quoi. Hey Nix, sorry, I got a French viewer, so I thought there's not many people watching. uh, so I thought we can switch to French for a while. All right, let's switch back then. How are you doing, Nix? Exhausted? Yeah, I haven't seen you for a while, so I assume you were working like crazy. Yeah, I'm good. I've also been working like crazy, and I'm trying to figure out the crazy um, shipbuilding and upgrade system. So it's this whole thing here. Well, it's part of it anyway. Yeah, right. Yeah, I imagine. I already feel like I don't have enough time to progress as much as I would like, and I don't have much responsibilities outside of, well, a bunch of administrative stuff usually that come up. There's always some bullshit, you know. But I imagine when you have kids, it's like 10 times worse, or bullshit times 3000, yeah. Hard to just focus on work, right? You were here the other day. Nah, it was yeah, it was Cinderella. No, it was because many boats were coming, and I got one of them again today. But yeah, there were many boats, you know, that yeah, come and like spam this message that doesn't mean anything. And I don't think they even mean something. Not like they mean something, but I don't think they're even selling something. Mm, yeah, yeah, I understand. Mm. Stranger danger, yeah. Yeah, no, I was definitely understand that sometimes I don't want to talk to people, so. But yeah, usually I don't feel like it, but if I do, then usually goes well, you know. And then I feel better. Hey, Shiny Games. Welcome to the stream. You want to talk? What do you want to talk about? I felt like there should be more modifiers, no? Maybe not. Um, yeah, so the game is... well, I think I can play it right now. I believe we are in a stable state again. Yes. Um, yeah, so like you... Oh wait, no, we are not in a stable state because no one is dying here. Right. Well, like you, it's a survivors, but as a space shooter, and uh, yes, that's too bad. I cannot open the upgrades UI right now. But yeah, basically you're gonna kill enemies like this and collect their experience, and after a while you will be able to open the upgrades UI and pick up some modules. One of the famous two brains. Who is the second one? Um, yeah, you will be able to open the upgrades module here and the upgrades UI, not the upgrades modules. And so basically, it's gonna be split between shipbuilding and more classical upgrades. And so I can show you on the layout. So basically, every ship is going to have this magenta layout here. And so basically, the squares represent slots where you can put modules. So for example, here I have a machine gun in this slot over here. And they're gonna be connected together. And so the idea is that you're gonna have weapon modules and you're gonna have utility modules. And why there is connection between the slots is because some modules will have adjacency effects. So if I would come here and put in this slot a module that gives you fire damage, for example, then the two connected machine guns here would now hit with fire damage on top of the base kinetic damage. And yeah, so that would be the module stuff. And so you're gonna be limited by the layout of the ship. And so hopefully that will allow me to have different ships and have different different ways of playing the game. I hope this will create a lot of opportunities for replayability so that you can really create many different builds and that you want to come back, you know, to just try something else. Très cool, merci, merci. Ouais, c'est aussi très compliqué. But yeah, so like right now I'm trying to figure out how this whole system is going to work. So I'm trying to get some UML going. And yeah, so I'm working with dots also, so that makes things quite complex because For the whole like chip layout and module system, I kind of need to do this in an object-oriented way. Um, I mean, it's not 100% necessary, but the thing is, because this is going to interact with the UI as well, and as far as I know, the UI system is fully on the game object side. So I'm thinking this whole thing is going to reside on the game object side, and I'm just gonna try to synchronize this whole thing with the ECS side. And so, for example, the ECS side will have the entities with a projectile weapon component, which is the thing that will end up firing. But yeah, it's definitely much more complicated than when working with game objects directly. And well, I know because I started this game first in Unity with game objects, and I already did this whole stats system, and it was already quite complex. But now I kind of have to do the same thing and also translate it into something that works with the ECS side. But I think, yeah, I think I'm gonna get there. I think it's a good idea for me to start really having a schematic of this whole thing because, yeah, it's just too much stuff to um, just hold it all in my head. Mm. Alright, so I guess in the end, my connection with all of this stuff here is going to be the ship module class. Yeah, so I guess that's now the hard part where I need to find out how I translate this to this component here and this component here. And knowing that I have also a different type of weapon, which are um, area weapons. So these are weapons that have a zone of effect and they deal their damage over time in that area. Mm. Can I really have this then? I can't really have functions on this stuff. What I need instead is for the module to know either the module or this one. Probably not down to here, but yeah. I guess I'm gonna need some kind of translation between maybe that won't be abstract actually. Alright, so let's try to think what the machine gun is going to do. For example, if I want to add a damage type, what it's gonna look like is I'm going to have a reference to the entity, and that's gonna be on the module. Yeah. So I guess here we're gonna have an entity, and that's gonna be, I'll call this module entity. And so if I ask to add a damage type, what we need to do is entity manager that sets, no, that get buffer. Shit. That get buffer damage. I can't do that. Yep. Okay, so maybe something that would be more helpful would be to not use UML here, or kinda use it, because oh, come on. Okay, let's do this and shit. Yes, okay. Yeah, so actually my weapon is this whole thing. Nope. Yeah, let's just go with this. So this is going to be my weapon module entity. Is that the border? Yep. Okay. Alright, so um, and there isn't really a relationship, right? Like, um, mm, yeah, because it's more like it's gonna have a component for this, and it's gonna have a component that has this, and a component like this. So have this. What's this? Whatever. Yeah, and so this one is a bit different. It needs less things. Well, as far as I know, because I don't know all the weapons that I'm gonna want to have. Yes. For now, I always stream in English. I don't know. Like my reasoning is that more people can watch the stream in English, but uh, but, but it's true. It's a bit harder than in French, of course. Oh damn! Someone's calling me. I'll be right back. Hmm. Bordel. Bonjour, votre fournisseur d'électricité a une information importante à vous faire passer en mode, euh, en mode boîte vocale bizarre, là. Euh, ça, par exemple, c'est un truc que j'aurais du mal à expliquer en anglais, quoi. Ok, doesn't matter. Je sais pas si t'as déjà eu ce genre d'appel là. Ouais, carrément. Ouais, il y en a beaucoup en ce moment, j'ai l'impression. Bon, ce que j'aimerais bien, c'est quand même bouger ça. C'est dangereux de pouvoir tout prendre en même temps. Putain, mais je suis... Ok. The drama is about to start. Shit. Hey Cinderella, how are you? It's, Mm. What the fuck is this so large? So let's say in the code, like what are we using for this? Just duration, reloading time, reloading speed, that's it? And of course, yeah. Mm, okay. This one is a lot easier. Well, at least for now, because I only have one of these tables, so that's also probably why. Mm, do I not have a projectile for this thing? How does this even work? What's this one? Wait. How the fuck does this fire? Hmm. Is it? Ah. Ah, so that's how it's working. Right. I'm just disabling the damage dealer on this thing. And of course it's broken since I have commented this. Oh shit. I cannot have... Wait, can I actually? This is I enable... Right, no, because I need to get the buffer actually. As for each damage in damages buffer, then but go on guys, like play nice with each other, please. I need to get the buffer from this. Can I even enable a component that is on the buffer? There's no fucking way, right? Hmm. Mm. I guess I can make it work with just the damage dealers. Yes. Thank you, Shady. Yeah, please do this in DMs if you want to rage at each other. I guess we're not gonna worry about the damages here. what we're gonna do instead is name this deers. And hopefully we can but there's no way I can do this, right? Like system handle. I don't even know how I would get that. Because there's no way that I call this on buffer, right? Yeah. Which makes me wonder why it's actually that. What did I fucking do? No, 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 no. Are you not streaming today, Shady Games? Mm. I mean, I could just disable the hitbox now. If it has no hitbox, it cannot deal damage to anything. I guess. Also, I don't have all the stats for this thing because um, the hitbox is gonna have to be controlled by the stats. So so there is definitely more to this because in here I would have to potentially have a type of area and Um, and at least I want to have some parameter to scale it. And how does the shockwave work? This one is not an area. Damn it, I need to pee again. I will be right back. Right. Um, mm, yes, and so for the shockwave, there's gonna be a question of max range and speed. Um, which has nothing to do with the fire rates. Different thing. Mm. And width. The plasma beam is controlled by alright, so there's something that we haven't put in here yet, which is stats. And so a stat is going to be basically a couple of a stat name and the value, just a float value. Okay, there's no consistency in what I'm writing here, so I guess we're gonna have a name, which is that name, and a value, which is a So, do I want to change the type of this to be a stat instead? Maybe. And this is wrong, actually, because it's the opposite. So we're gonna have a link this as well. So I guess we want to list the stats that we have, but also there is the question of the damage types, because basically there's a bunch of stats that are going to be duplicated between every damage type. And so this is what we struggled with yesterday, and which should be working now. But basically how it works is that we have damage typed stats, which is the exact same thing. Well, of course, right now it doesn't work like this. Like, we don't have these objects, we just have dictionaries. And so, actually, right now it works like this. And we have damage typed stats with stat name. No, wait, no. With damage type. And then we have a stat name float. So that is what we have right now. And so although it's better than having a giant list of that names, I'm not sure I like it. Because yeah, also this is an array here. And so what we end up with is that here we also have yep, and then we have another dictionary, which is what's that name? No, 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 no. Yeah. Keep having to expand this thing. So right now this is how it's done. And I wouldn't say it's so great to have this kind of structure. I'm kind of wondering if I would not prefer to have a giant enum with everything duplicated. Well, not duplicated, but basically we have a stat. If we have a stat name here, you can type. It means that, for example, for damage, well, for each damage that I have, I need to add suffix like this. Energy and blah blah blah. And the problem is, if I add more, then we are going to have a lot more. And the problem mostly is that I also need crit. Crit chance for each of them. So there's gonna be duplicated for each damage type, and then we have crit damage modifier as well. And so right now we only have 3, but I am not even sure that damage, crit chance, and damage modifiers are going to be the only ones. So, of course, if I do it like this, it will simplify those structures. Actually, but then it makes it harder to query as well because maybe not actually, because I could say. Mm, So basically we need to end up with this component on the ECS side with the proper values. Uh, no, I'm still going to use the Trello. I suppose you mean this one. I'm still gonna use it, but the thing is to try to make sense of this system, I really need something where I can do a clean drawing. But you can, I have discovered actually this morning that you can also track your tasks in Miro, like you have templates, and one of them is actually you have a ton of stuff, not just not just tasks. You have like roadmaps, workflow. But they are a simpler one where you just have tasks, and I don't see it here. Also sales plan. I don't know. They have a lot of stuff. Like, I guess you can do kind of any workflow that you want. Where was it? It's in here. Mm. It was one of the main ones that it gave me in the beginning, but can't find it. It might be this one actually. Yeah, there's this one. With this one, you can actually simulate this, I guess. All right, thanks. Yeah, we can talk about it, I guess. Everyone's playing Elden Ring DLC. Ah, yeah, right. It's out. I didn't even know. Yeah. I don't feel like I have time to play Elden Ring, honestly. I really need to get this thing done. Maybe after. Maybe after that's done, could think about playing Elden Ring. Um, yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't think this incident has to take crazy proportions. Like, I understand that you didn't like it, Cinderella, but I think it is kind of just misspoken, not what she meant, you know. Um, I came out today. I mean, I don't really have much to say about it. Like, she said some random shit, and I just think she didn't mean something bad. She was just feeling not social, you know. But I understand that you didn't like it because it came out. Uh, well, it was badly expressed, I would say. But please, like, I don't know, just uh, I don't know, maybe just yeah, I don't know what to say. All right, so um, I'll try to get back to this. Yes, it would be great if you could do that. Uh, yeah, but yeah. I mean, you're not gonna be able to do that if you see it as a battle to win, you know. And like so far, the conversation seems very confrontational. Mm, ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. I guess I will try to talk to her. Probably she will DM me or something. So, let's do this how it actually exists right now. So we have damage, we have crit chance, we have crit. Um, crit damage. What mod? And then we have the not typed ones. Those are not relative to damage types, and so these are everything that's related to defense. So we have hull, armor, shield. We have we have movement speed, and we don't have it yet, but well, I mean, we don't have it as a stat, but we also have a turn speed. Yes, there might be a question also as to what stat is for who. Hmm. Yeah. Okay, so we have this stuff, and then there's other stuff that we're gonna need. So definitely we need fire rates. We need a reloading speed. And then there's stuff like projectile size, for example. If you ever need my site, I'm online. Thank you, so I'm working on your game. Yeah, sure. I will ask you if you, or you can just write me in DM if you want. On Discord. You're on Discord, right? Yeah. Projectile size. Do you want speed? Nah. It's kind of useless, right? No, maybe. Hmm. Maybe I'm making this too complex by trying to have the same stats being used everywhere. Hmm. Um. And I guess this stuff's gonna have maybe more to it. Like for example, we are probably going to want to have a human name. It's gonna be a string. And a description, be a string as well. Ouais, je suis dev web à la base. Je fais du dev web en freelance. Mm. I'm sure like we're gonna have this, but it doesn't really matter. Um, so I guess this is gonna be like projectile scale, and maybe we're gonna want something like area weapon scale. Oh, just projectile scale or weapon projectile scale. Whatever. The thing is, at some point, some specific stats are going to have to be derived uh, from more generic ones. Like the ship is not gonna have a specific stat for every specific stat of each weapon. Mm. And so this might be it might be a good idea then to have here maybe not even an abstract, like we would have a default implementation here to just get the stats. I would take a stat name. Mm. Mm. And maybe then I could do an override here. Stat name and do something like case damage, and we return like we return something like ship that mm, uh can you try to settle this? Like, it really doesn't have to become a whole international incident. Hmm. So what if instead of this I would have a weapon stat name and damn it. Mm. The thing is, it's always complicated because we have this multiple damage type stuff. And probably it should work in reverse, right? Because at the end of the day, probably this thing should drive this thing and not the other way around. Or actually, this should not be polling for the data inside of here. And instead, this thing should be smart, and this thing should be dumb. And this thing should take care of setting the proper stuff. So let's say we need to add our acid damage type. Then we're gonna go. So first we need to get a hold on over entity, which we do have, I think. Yes. So it's our module entity. And so this module entity is going to correspond to this whole thing here. And from here we can set anything. So that means that works because you can come here and say entity manager that so I need to get the buffer first, I think. Of damage dealer. So I'll keep the same cases I did here, and so here we pass our module entity, and so we can get the buffer in here. We can get our damage dealers. And then we can just add one. Right. Yeah, I think we can do that, right? Pretty sure there is an add method on this, and we can just basically create a new one. And so here we would have to pull the damage. Which we can. So right now we can do basically ship manager that instance that get the stats, and so we would be passing stat name, that damage, pass damage type, that acid, and and plugged in slot modifiers. Mm. Okay, yeah, so when I say ship manager is this ship over here, so no need to just make it consistent. Ship the instance. Mm-hmm. Uh, and so that works. Mm. Yeah, so that's gonna work for our damage. Now the thing is, yeah, that's gonna work to add a damage type. Another thing is if yeah, the thing is, like, how do I know where's the base damage of this thing? Like, what are the base stats? Because I do have to some kind of specific values for this and this and this. And I guess this thing and this thing here. I think it's okay to have everything on the same weapon entity, because these are values that we're gonna read when firing a projectile. So yeah, that's okay. Mm. And so it means also that a module, when it installs, so we have this on installed, which could So let's say in here I come to override this. It's not an override because it's abstract. So we take a slot and I would need to basically set. I could just hardcode the values in here. But probably I want some kind of asset, right? And Alright, so we have another element that we still didn't add, which is we're gonna need some data class. It's gonna hold all of the info about a specific module. We won't have any of this, not this. And what's gonna have instead is so I guess it's gonna have a module ID. And so this thing we already have. That is not what I wanted to do. And so a module ID is both a module type. I'm sorry. Type, and then we have weapon type, and then we have utility type, which is kind of strange because kind of have to specify everything, but at the same time I think it works. We have a module ID, we have a module prefab. And so I guess here we'd like to have a bunch of stats. Or since this is a class and I can have functions in this stuff, I could Could have an abstract method. No, but that's not. Ah, no, I can't have this. It has to come from this. And the thing is, how do I connect this stuff? I guess for me is this thing would have it, maybe. Mm, um, probably gonna be time for a break. It's been 3 hours and 36 minutes. Um, and here I could have some abstract stuff like um, uninstalled. And yeah, so that stuff here would just move on to here. Mm-hmm. What happened with this? This system is crazy. Maybe I should keep the split. Further, like. Should I have assets that are actually weapons? Because actually I can do that. Like, for example, if I do this and I say this is a ship module weapon asset. And maybe this one's gonna have a damage type array. I'm just gonna have some more stuff like, I don't know. So ship module asset. It's gonna be a cast of this thing here, I guess. I could have a bunch of stats that are for weapons. Because I do need a projectile prefab also. And the thing is, I also want damages to be scaled differently. Basically, what I want is a damage ratio. So, like for example, the MG is gonna have like 10%, and the railgun has like 200%. Just cancelling the text and not the movement. Yeah, actually what I want here is a main damage type. And so here, since G equals kinetic and the blaster is energy. Let's take the missiles as example. Yes, bah merci d'être passé et puis bah, bon week-end à toi, hein. Attends, vacances même. Ah oui, bah, nickel, là. Bah, profite bien de tes vacances du coup. Mm, and then it's gonna have at least a fire rate. Mm, so I feel like here I could have just a. Mm, should it be like ratio of the other stars that you have? Mm, yeah, because the thing is, here this would be. Oh, could I actually use the uninstalled for this? Mm, cause maybe uninstalled. Just do slot that add. Sorry, slot that modifiers that add. That would be damage modifiers. And we'll do this basically. Alright, but Mm. Yeah, so that's again the same thing. Like, so basically the modifier is going to be like this. The b is flat, b false, and the value would be damage would be ship. Yeah. Module weapon assets damage ratio. Mm. Then I'd have to do it like this to get 10%, which is kind of fucked up, honestly. Mm. This one would be 0. Mm. Okay, I think it's time for a break because I can't think anymore. This fellow is fucking over engineering on the. Oh shit. Kinda. I kinda want to maybe restart from just the assets. Hmm. And I don't know, like maybe I should just have a class for everything or just a component for everything. Like, mm, I don't know. Like, it would result in a lot of code duplication, but at the same time, uh, yeah. At the same time, this flexible system is going to be a fucking nightmare, I think. Alright. I'm gonna take a break, and I think I will start again in like 1 to 2 hours, something like that. Is this saved? It is. It doesn't work. Alright, so I'm gonna cut for a few hours, and I'll be back around probably 5 p.m. 5 or 6. Put this probably. It's always the latest, so just gonna put 6. Alright, well, hopefully see you later, and if not, have a great weekend.